Ladies and gentlemen, it's always nice when the guest brings a friend, especially when that friend is Denzel Bentley. We've got Dan Azeez. He's with us. The champ is here, still celebrating, and just congratulations, mate. We were there. It was a fantastic show. Denzel, did you make it in the end?
No, I didn't.
You're a bad friend. You're a bad friend. That's
You
all
know
I'm
what
going
I
to
mean?
say.
He knows why.
Snaked me, you know what I mean? Look at this.
Nah, but I've never, fam.
Right?
I was
Before
there
we get into
for it.
that, can we just say we took Larry, right?
Yeah,
He turned up with friends.
yeah.
And we're like, Lau, you know this is a ticketed event, don't you? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, but you've turned up with people. And he's like, yeah, I don't really know them. I've just met them. But he was chatting to them like he's known them forever. Like literally, I was like, what, have you got like an app that you're meeting people? And he's just like, no, what's that? Right? Then somehow they were sitting next to us. And he spent most of the night going in between. And then when you won, he just literally dropped the shoulder. He barely even said bye. He was just like, I'm out now.
That's
Legend,
Larry
geezer.
for you, man.
Powerful,
That's Larry
innit?
for you.
Larry's a bad person.
Never
Yeah.
change. So, champ, congratulations again.
Thank you, man.
An amazing performance.
What a fight.
It was fantastic. You just bashed the granny out of him in crimson velour shorts. It was big.
Yeah. No, you know, I just felt like a lot was on the line. Do you know what I mean? It was my coming out party / you know, breakout fight. So it was more than just a fight, and like it meant a lot to me. So, you know, that's why you saw a lot of that viciousness in me, man. I was ready to put everything on the line, man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, I know he's tall, right?
Yeah.
But I was shocked to find out you're the same height as me. You fight like heavy.
Yeah.
Like I was like, he's 5'9". You know, that's my size.
Yeah.
You 5'9" then?
Yeah, man.
You're a midget, brother.
First of all, Dens, we're medium, all right? We're too big to be small and too small to be big, bruv.
I might be 5'10". I might creep into it with a bit of platform, but yeah, about 5'9".
Flex after like a bit of a neck stretch.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
The Ismail Salah shoes. That's what you need.
I think that's why he kept on, because in the press conference he kept on saying, "Yeah, he's a good little fighter. He's a good little." He kept saying
rude.
So I think that was a little dig at my height, but hey,
strong. So, did that guy? Listen, whatever strategy you had going into that worked, right?
Yeah.
Was that pretty much the game plan going in? Like, just obviously, what is he 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'4".
6'4", strong.
Yeah,
cool.
Right. So you know, you fought the perfect Hagler-esque inside, bash the fuck out of him at all costs.
Yeah.
You know what?
But the thing is, sorry to
shots.
cut you out. The thing is, I couldn't even really get inside and dirty straight away. The ref was on to me, like so I was boxing him from out at like long distance and medium range and beating him at both games. So thank God, like, because everyone before the fight was like, "Hey, you got to get inside. You got to like really make it dirty and that." But if I just went on that and that was my only game plan, I probably wouldn't have been as successful. Do you know what I mean? So
for sure,
thank God, me and my coach, we had different game plans, different things to do, because that's what worked and that's what confused him, because he was thinking, how the hell is this 5'9" midget out jabbing me from far, like, and do you know what I mean? So, and that just threw him off. And then even when he was throwing these jabs, he's missing, and it started making him not want to throw at all, because he's got a good jab. He's fought me with a few, but not as much as he usually
yours was like a fucking battery ram though. It was like echoing in the stadium every time we jab. People like, oh
no, that was part of the game plan. You know, when he throws his jab, even if you're gonna get caught, go with him, but come with a ramrod jab. That do you know what I mean? And taller opponents, they usually got long necks, and so it will look more.
Yeah, his head was on them. Flying. It was
Exactly. Whereas I'm tucked in, so even if I'm getting caught with a jab, it doesn't look as like effective. Yeah, so
he felt it early though. You could tell. It was like
yeah, for sure, 100%. You know, Denzel's felt a few of them jabs in sparring. So
good one, brother. I have those. This guy's annoying, bro.
No, I'm playing.
No, you're not. Yeah, I have. I felt them. And them little right hands as well, bro. They're all peak.
Yeah.
So look, you got British now. That's I mean, that's an epic belt. right?
Of
It's a
course.
beautiful belt. It's a lovely one to have.
1,000,000%.
We've got a pretty fucking serious like domestic scene. I've
Yeah.
heard you say that you're up for basically anyone in the crew, right?
Yep.
Who would be your number one pick? Like the one that if they said to you, pick one of the 6.
It would be because I want to get the Commonwealth, so it would be I have the winner of Linden and Yarde because I think they're fighting for the Commonwealth. So that would be my next belt that I would want. So
nice.
it'll be the winner of those two.
And I mean, after that, would you want to clean up even more so domestically, or would you want to go on to world at that point? Or is it just basically if the opportunity comes up, you'll grab it?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm up for anything really. I'm up for fighting domestic fights if that's what everyone's interested in. You know what I mean? Because imagine like I could get like a world title fight or like a European, but somebody nobody really knows or is interested in. And if everyone would rather see me fight someone, one of my peers or someone they know and can, you know, they can be more invested in the fight, I'll do that then, man. Like you said, we just got bare light heavies and it'll be shit if none of us ever fought each other. Like it'll just be crap. Like we need to bring it back to like the Eubank Ben days, you know, Watson and all that kind of. Do you know what I mean? If you like I said in my post-fight interview, like you win some, you lose some, man. Do you know what I mean? As long as we're having the fights, putting on good matchups, like people want to see us again. And I think that's why UFC's becoming a bit, you know, it's becoming better because they're facing each other. And even if they lose, you know, they'll face another top guy. Like in boxing, it's like, oh, you lose one. Oh, where does he go from here? And so everyone's scared to lose that O. Like all the top fighters I look up to, they ain't got O's. So, you know, they've lost their O. So I don't see myself as, you know, obviously we go in there, we don't want to win, we don't want to lose, but I'm not fixated on keeping an O. I'm fixated on a legacy.
Big fights.
Yeah, big fights. Fights that when I'm not even here, when I'm no longer here, people be like, oh yeah, you know, that fight was sick. You know, the next generation to come are like, yeah, do you remember that fight? And, you know, they watch it and stuff like that. So, yeah, man.
That's the most infuriating thing. Like people talk all this shit when someone gets lost, but then they'll talk shit about padded records. It's like, what do you want? If the best are going to fight the best, some people are going to lose. Like we use the example Rosado, man. Like I don't give a fuck how many times that guy loses. Do you know what I mean? He's a warrior. Jeez, he'll fight anyone anytime.
Yeah,
fucking
I love him.
Need more of that.
100%, man. And yeah, we need to, and in boxing, do you know what it is? It's Floyd, man. Floyd fucked it up, man, for the generation.
No. Don't start that.
No, hey,
you don't think?
Floyd is my guy, yeah, but bruv, let me tell you why. Even in the amateurs, the kids they want to stay undefeated. They'll be talking about, I'm 15-0, and
that's
come on.
As an amateur, I never got that. As an amateur, I just wanted to fight anybody. I didn't care
exactly.
Even now, I still want to fight everybody. But
that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you why it's not Floyd. Because Floyd fought everybody, bro.
No,
no one. Everyone obviously the O effect is like, everyone see the O.
That's the thing, because Floyd pulled it off.
Fighting everyone. He kept it over by fighting everyone. He beat the most world champions in boxing history, bro. Like you don't do that by dodging guys, bro.
But the knock-on effect is people do it that don't have a skill level. So then, because they can't beat everyone, they just choose who they fight.
But then that's I don't blame Floyd. Who I blame are fans and promoters. Because
I'm actually with Dens because they have to conjure the mysterious undefeated fighter to rival the other undefeated fighter.
Exactly. Like everyone else, like when you're promoting a fighter, the guys had 3 fights with 3 journeymen, and you're announcing them as undefeated. Come on, bro.
You remember that guy they dusted off for David Hay? What was it, the Cobra or whatever?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, what on his comeback?
Yeah, when he fought. No. Do you remember when he fought on Dave? Like Dave fights on Dave. It was the geezer that drove him to the arena and drove him home from the arena, and it was so rude.
That fight was so fit. Like he was throwing punches, but if you look at the punches, he was just touching him, and then the guy went down off a jab. He went down off a jab like he got hit with the right hand. I'm like, come on, he flicked the jab at you, bro. It wasn't even a stiff jab. But hey, like my thing is, look, this undefeated thing is the fans. Yeah, and he's undefeated too. Yeah, like as if you don't know. Fighting's a sport, like it's a sport. You win and you lose. Like every sport, you win and lose. You're not allowed to in boxing, though. And if you don't fight no one, they say you ain't fought no one. But you're announcing guys as undefeated, that haven't fought anybody. Of course, you shouldn't have lost. You haven't fought anyone that's gonna give you a challenge. You know what I mean? So
I think
that
the
undefeated
cruelest.
stuff, I don't blame Floyd at all. I blame promoters and fans.
The cruelest side to that too is where you get stuck in like the sort of Triple G thing where people are like, oh, you ain't fought nobody. It's like, but people ain't signing it. I'm going back a bit, but you know, it's like you can only fight who gets in the ring with you. So then you can almost be too good for your own good.
100%.
Well, a question, right? And let me ask this with like, you know, all love, Dens, you know I love you, right? Dan, if you go into a situation and like you lose your undefeated and your title, unfortunately, like Dens did with his, on another domestic fighter. Now, I was fully in. I thought Dens was going to piece him up, and it was just one of them things. Like we've spoken about it, it's all good. You keep your undefeated and start navigating for a world level, or you do go down that domestic route, which will probably, you know, as long as you've got the backing of, say, like, in the worst eventuality, boxers like, no, we've got you. Don't worry. There's you're you know, you're former number one in the country, so now we've got, you know, Josh Boatsi just lost. We got him too, you know, and that they can sort it out. Where I think I've said to you as well, Dens, I think they did you a little bit dirty then, but I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. As a fan, it seemed like it was a lift up and a drop down, and it was just like, hey, be back, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out. Felix is our guy, and I've got another guy that can fight Felix, and it's all fine. So would you prefer, you know, domestic, roll the dice, go old school, and hope that that no one gets shifted anywhere, or do you want to, you know, keep the zero, navigate around tactically with the promoter, because, you know, you're both in it to win a world title, right?
Of course, 100%. That is the main aim. But you look at someone like Derek Chisora, yeah. How many losses has he got? He's not even.
Or Gabe.
I don't think it. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, but everyone always like. Sorry, I lost you there. Everyone always wants to still see him fight. He still brings in the crowds, and do you know what I mean? If me losing my O is gonna give me that, you know, I won't say that love from the fans, but you know, people want to see me and excited to watch me, and you know, I can still always continuously be in exciting fights. Then I'm all for that, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not for like. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. And if you fight, if you really truly, because I believe if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. There's no two ways about it. There's no navigating and this, that. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And if you come across like the top guys and you lose, then it is what it is. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, someone like, do you know what I mean? I'm not here to like just like try and dilly-dally, man, and make some fake legacy. And do you know what I mean? I want to be known as, look at Sean Porter. Sean Porter's another one. He's fought bloody everyone. All right, he's lost like to the top boys, but he's fought everyone. Like, you can never ever go down and say, he was a shit welterweight. He's one of the in his time, man. Do you know what I mean? You look at Duran. Duran lost to Hagler, Hearns, and Leonard, but he's still one of the greatest middleweight ever to live, middleweights or welterweights, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
well, how do you feel about someone like, you know, like a Conor Benn, who they've done the other side of that, where, you know, they've done a very good job in navigating his career up to this stage now, where he's fighting Chris Algieri. You know, Chris Algieri's pretty dangerous opponent because he's so smart, ex-world champion, and he's another one. He's been in with Khan, he's been in with Spence, he's been in with Provodnikov. Like, we've seen him
take a fucking
Pacquiao,
crack as well.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. We know exactly what he is. So
with Conor, I think they've done the right thing, because he didn't have the longest or biggest amateur pedigree when he was first starting out. I'm sure I'm not the only one to say it. I know even people in his team like that were like, all right, you know, we know what we're working with. He's shit. Like, he's not that good. You know, we got all. But personally, I think he's done well. Like, you know, he's mixed. He's been in there training with top operators, and I think he's done well and he's progressed well. And I think they're doing the right thing for him. Like, sooner or later, like you said, Algieri or whatever his name is, that's a world level operator. So you can't. The only thing with Ben is just maybe swerve the domestic. And I personally think the UK domestic scene is bigger than like European scene and even some fringe world level. So they've dodged that bit, and all right, he's up there now, and you know there's no coming back down. He's got to do his thing. Algeria ain't no mug, and even the guy that he's bashed up recently, that guy isn't a mug either. Like, and I think he stuck it on him. So like he's doing his thing. I think they've done well with him, to be honest.
Yeah. So you like, again, you basically, it's like whoever the fighter is, you're going to change it irrelevant. You can't like cookie cutter it. It can't be like everyone goes to war, we see what happens, or yeah. Like then, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to like chase down the British again? Do you want a rematch with Cash? Do you want someone else? Like, I mean, Fowler's up at 160 now, and you could pick him off pretty quick.
I love that fight.
Yeah, you don't know my energy.
Right?
Listen, I'm literally on anything. But I'll be honest with you, the only fight that I can really say hand on heart that I really want is a rematch with Cash. Like, that's the only one I feel like I need. Like, anything else that comes, bro, let's go win it. But if I had the choice and you told me pick, I need that rematch with Cash. Like, I know why I lost that fight, innit? I know.
Yep.
I know things that I needed to do and things that I didn't do and how I felt and all the other stuff. But that's another story. We spoke about that stuff, whether it was on record or off record. I feel like with the way I'm preparing for things now, I need to go in like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say? And now it's like, and if you can beat me like this, then it's like, you were the better man still. He was the better man than that. But I still can't say, nah, I believe he's better than me because his preparation was better than me. He prepared better than me. And it showed in the night. Like, it showed in the night. I can't even take that away from him. But the way I'm preparing now, if I can go in with him now, and I know for a fact I'm beating this guy, if he beats me like this, I'd be like, yo, listen, you done your thing, bro. You're better than me. But at the end of the day, I still want all that smoke, and I'm still going to chase that rematch down the line. I just got to keep doing my thing. I can't focus on him and be like, oh, I want him. I know I need to get to a certain level where I can be like, it makes sense again. Let's go. So until I get to that level, let me not even say his name. I just look like I'm just chatting. But
I think people also need to understand how
that's champ shit.
Good he is. That's proper champ shit. Exactly. On Teddy Atlas's podcast, he had Cambosis on there today, and like he genuinely is in love with Cambosis. Like that, it was like, yeah, he genuinely. I know you're an Aussie. I know all that stuff, all that. But he genuinely in love with him.
He's awesome.
Yeah, but no, like with Cash, you know, you didn't really hear when Liam Williams vanished. You didn't hear anyone even mentioning like Felix, and Felix is always in shape, right? He's always ready to go, and you know, them travellers, they'll fight you for anything, just for bants most of the time, you know. They're ready. What did you think of the whole, like your division, Eubanks getting the big deal, heading up the shows, and like you jump in at that opportunity in a heartbeat, innit?
100%, 100%. Like these are all fights I want, bro. Listen, like Dan said, if you want to beat the best, you have to beat the best. You can't just go around saying I'm the best with a shit track record. Like you ain't beat no one, but you think you're the best. Yeah, you might have the best skill set, but when it comes down to it, when you're competing head to head, what have you done? Who have you beat? And I need all these guys on my record to be able to say that yes, I went down this route and I done this. At the end of my career, I want to be like, I fought this guy, that guy. I beat him. I didn't serve no one. I done my thing. I became a world champ. No one can tell me what if you fought this guy, what if you fought that guy. Bro, Eubanks the guy that's at the top of the list. Why wouldn't I want to fight him? You fight Eubank and beat Eubank, you're more than 10. You're very more than likely to get a world title shot. So
how do you feel about how they do Boo Boo? Because like it's not just industry. So like even now the WBO have called for Genevic to be his mandatory, right? And it's just like he's like a Kazakh. He's like the next gen Triple G-esque guy. He's one of Russ's boys, isn't he? Yeah. He's an absolute terrifying human. Yeah. You like let the guys have a big fight, eh? Just let him have one.
But the thing is, with them, I think they know he's not getting a big fight. Like they've asked.
I don't know because like Japan's shut down, isn't it? Triple G Murata ain't happening. So Triple G needs an opponent for the end of the year. Boo Boo took, I think, 2 jabs and just went and chilled.
But that's the thing is, does Gennady want to fight Boo Boo?
I think with a certain amount of money, you know, I think he would probably want to fight Boo Boo now more so than giving Boo Boo a training camp. Like, if he can do it with 4 weeks' notice, that's going to be the time that you go for it, no?
Golovkin is 39 years old. He's nearly 40.
Yeah, but so am I. But, and look at my skin. And look at my skin. Streets is already 40.
But no, but you lot ain't
Look at this.
competing. Listen, see Golovkin, yeah? In his contract, regardless of who he fights, he is getting 30 mil.
Standard.
Why are you going to fight Boo Boo when you can just fight Murata when you fight Murata?
Yeah,
because I don't want to see him and Canelo 3. I do not want to see that.
I think Canelo stopped this time round.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to see it. Because he deserved to get his hand raised. Like
you got to think about it. Like Charlo's. I'm not gonna say he doesn't want to fight him, but he's not in no rush to fight him. He's just thinking, hey, leave him to die out. We don't. No one needs him. He don't need us. But if you're talking about you want to be unified, you got to fight him at some point. Do you know what I mean? But everyone's obviously chasing the Canelo fight. They're waiting for Canelo to come back down so they could all get a shot in. So why am I gonna fight you, potentially lose, and miss out on the biggest payday I could ever have? Whereas just crack on with it. Crack on with it, bro. Because at the end of the day, they've asked the WBO and WBC to link up to make Charlo mandatory, and they still didn't do that. Nobody wants to fight this guy. Like you lot said earlier, like you just maneuver around and be like, I don't need him. I'm a world champion without him. It's all right. And he's on the other side of the street, as they say.
He's the king of it. Dan, you know Russ, rival Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on the other day, and he was saying that when he used to have his amateurs, they would come up against Andrade, and they'd be like, do you want to buy and go and fight Andrade? He's like, no, fuck that. Like, even then, when he was like 13, 14, he was literally like, Russ was genuinely like, the guy is a phenom.
Yeah, he's king of the Who Needs Him club, man.
Fact.
If you don't want to fight,
you still got to rate him though, because to fight that many mandatories and not slip up, that takes some doing as well, bro.
But I think we discussed like he gets so much hate. Like when we had him on the show, it was like the most amount of people just chatting mad shit.
Yeah,
like,
we had 708 comments of this guy's a scumbag, he's shit, he's avoiding this guy, it was just, I had one dude who was literally DMing me, telling me that he's richer than me, he's got a bigger swimming pool than me, he's got a bigger garage than me, he earns more money than me, and I'm like, oh yeah, sick, yeah. You're doing this in the middle of the day, mate. I can't imagine, you must be well rich if you're this unbusy. You know, I'm sitting in the chair doing bants. What are you doing?
Well,
legend.
Yeah, people attack. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, Andrade tried to come back after 2-year layoff and was going to fight Billy Joe straight away off the bat after 2-year layoff. Billy Joe got caught on drugs. What do you want us to do?
Yeah.
What? He's banned, isn't it? He's been stripped now. Like, what do you want us to do? He was going to take the fight regardless. He's been calling at everyone. You got to give him his just dues, man. Like, people just don't want to fight him.
Are either one of you two terrified of being put in that situation? Being like too good and known to be too good for your own good. No one wants to see it. You know. All right. So all right. So look. Say Dan gets the winner of. I mean, I think they're predestined to have the WBO title anyway if they win this.
Yeah.
So I think you need like a number 2. But say you beat that guy and you batter him, and everyone looks at that and they go, "Fucking hell, he's going to tear that kid's head off," and they just shelf you a little bit. You know, just bleed you out because you got to fight someone else as dangerous. The training camp takes a little bit out of you. Everything else to do with it. They're looking for the decay, aren't they?
1,000,000%, man, and that's why you just got to make sure. That's why you need a good team behind you as well, man. Because I think I was kind of in the Who Needs Them club. Both me and Jose are in our fight, so it was a breakout fight for both of us. Like, look at after he lost to Buglioni. No one was that wanted to fight him. Like no one. He's been calling out everyone. Buglioni for the rematch. Been calling out Yarde. Been calling out Linden. He calls out everyone, but no one was willing to fight him. But you know what I mean. And I was kind of in the same predicament where I already had an English title, and I'm a dangerous fight. So you know the risk and reward wasn't really there for all the guys above me. So. That's where, all right, me and Jose are, you know what, both part of the Who Needs Them club. Let's, fight together, and then there's no way we can be denied after that. We're amongst the mix after this fight. So, yeah.
I tell you what, his cousin fucked off double quick after he got stopped.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't.
I wanted to get a picture with him, man. Like,
mate, you've literally got this giant, abominable snowman, like the Yeti in a suit, just going through this crowd, in like, I don't even know how big the SSE was that night. It was either halved or third, right? It was intimate. It was a really nice venue to be in.
Yeah.
But you can see what the fuck is saying. Like, you just literally up and out, and it was just like, oh right, okay.
Yeah, I could hear him shouting out like instructions to Hosea when he was in the fight. Like when I was telling Hosea like, come, let's take center stage and let's just go for it. I heard
that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, it was big, wasn't it?
Like, no, don't keep it long, keep boxing. But I think the traveller in Hosea thought, nah, if he's calling out and he actually fair play to him, he's got balls. When I was telling him to do that, he was actually coming. He thought, yeah. But obviously he just
well, he must have been like, well, the boxing ain't working either, so fuck it.
Yeah. I might as well, just go for
it. Not even to give up that game plan, but you are probably safer on the inside of him than you are on the outside of him. Because as long as you are with that long jab, he is just going to be on like a rash. Don't worry, man. Even when they come inside, you have them anyway, man. Don't worry about
Secrets, Dens. Don't be that guy, mate. You can already sell him just being like, shut up.
It's true. Blur it out. Edit that bit out. Blur that bit out.
That's all right. No one even heard it.
Go rewind. Like,
What do you think happens this weekend then with Lyndon and Anthony?
I think it's a good fight. I think Ant's going to try and start. Do you know what it is? I think he's going to try and start faster.
Before you explain, pick a winner right now, off the cuff. Who wins?
I don't know. Do you know, I don't know because I've been watching the build up. I've been watching the build up and it's been swaying me a bit. Like where like Ant's been talking about how he wasn't there mentally in the first fight and now he's back to himself. I'm like, okay, let me see.
Yeah, and but to quote you, he's supposed to say that.
100% he's supposed to say that. 100%, but it's still grabbing my attention. He's still swaying me, but it's I don't know, man. It depends. If Lyndon can weather the storm, then he's calm. If not, then he's not.
But you know what's mad, yeah? Because it's like, it's too bait that's what Yarde is going to come and do.
That's why I think he can do it straight away. Yeah.
So
he's just going to jump on him.
Yeah, but that works into Lyndon's. If Lyndon's smart, that works into his hands because you know what the guy's going to come and do. He's going to just come on, try just bum rush you. Like, so you should be able to, all right, he's going to do this and work around that, really. Do you know what I mean? But boxing's mad. I won't be surprised if Yarde goes in there and boxes his head off. I won't be surprised if Lyndon goes.
Do you think he's capable of that?
Yeah. I won't be surprised. The reason why is because, like I said, even in my fight with Hosea, every single trainer, Dan, you know what you got to do. You got to get inside him, got to rough him up. When I'm in there, I'm outboxing him. So you never know, like, you know what I'm saying? So I won't be surprised either way. I won't be surprised if Lyndon just thinks, you know what, fuck it, come then, let's go, and then just starts going with him, and he can punch as well. So,
he can.
Another thing that's swaying my opinion as well on the fight, is the fact that in the first fight, Lyndon had one hand.
Yep.
Supposedly, so he's boxing more cautious, which probably made it harder for Yarde to get close to him. Yeah. Now he's got two hands, he can be boxing with more confidence and actually walk into something. Do you know what I mean? Like that one hand thing might have actually saved him. Like, you know what? Just be smart because you ain't got that right hand. Now you got the right hand, you might just be like, yeah, you know what? They're gonna eat mine too. And maybe Yarde might just feel like you don't want to jump on you. I'm gonna give it about 2 rounds. I'm just gonna sit back for 2 rounds and then jump on you. So you probably won't jump on him from the off. So I don't really know how the fight's gonna go, but you have to see how
Yarde. Has Yarde had any sparring partners, or is it still just Tunde? Is he still just the?
No, they're never in their own gym now, so I don't know.
Sparring partners, you know. He used some of my sparring partners that I used for Hosea, so I know he's sparring people now. Well, if he wasn't sparring people before,
it's a big statement, isn't it?
Yeah, so but I won't sit on the fence. I'll lean towards Yarde, but I won't be surprised if
really.
Yeah, I'll lean towards Yarde, and only because I don't think Lyndon's physical enough.
That's one thing I say as well. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. If he can weather the storm, he'll be all right. But if not, because Yarde looks solid. Lyndon not look as solid to me, but he can definitely box and he can definitely hit. Because obviously I've seen fights where we just hit people and we've gone down. So it'll be a good fight, man. It'll be better than the first one.
See, I think they've got the potential, them two, to do this a few more times. You know, they genuinely seem to be very well matched, but also really dislike. Like I think Lyndon wins this one, like in a real. I think it's very similar to the first one, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
I do.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the only thing that will be different is when Lyndon has that jump in, like he'll land 2s and 3s like he's done in every other fight except for the Yarde one, which is why I think his arm probably was fucked.
Yeah.
I think he'll just maybe do that a little bit. I don't think he's going to go for the kill. It's just not his.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never does. Yeah, really.
Because the loss to Lyndon is way worse than it is to Yarde. Like Yarde loses, it's like, all right, they'll have him.
Come back kind of thing.
You'd snap at that fight. Everyone had snapped to see that. You know?
I think it's worse if Yarde loses, man.
No, it's not, man. It's not.
Nah, Yarde's a star.
Do you know why it's not? Because if Lyndon loses, that climb back's gonna be hard, bro. Like,
Bosh.
I'm just seeing it as that, like, without,
the same as Boo Boo.
Like,
Boo Boo loses. You see you later.
Yeah, of course, 100%. And that's the thing. Remember, Arthur's thing is why he's undefeated. He's so close to the world title. If he loses this, you think he's gonna go anywhere near world title? Unless they've agreed a third rematch. That's even saying if Yarde wins that world title, if out of the winner of Johnson and Smith. But at the end of the day, if Arthur needs to keep winning for his team to be 30, you know what I'm trying to say? For his team to be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you are Arthur. Yarde, he's got the image. He's got the you know what I'm saying? The looks. He's fought in that. He's built his profile. If he loses, someone would want to fight him again. With Lyndon, without being mad, it will be like a bit like me, bro. You've been brought up and then now you just shit back down, bro. Like you got to climb back up again, bro. Like, but then if Yarde loses, it's like, yeah, you know you're a star, whatever. We all know Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde's a big name. He's a household name. He fought Kovalev, had that iconic 1 round. Well, he'll be all right, man. But I'm not saying that means he should go and lose, because obviously he wants to fight for the world title. But he's probably more likely to get another shot at being mandatory for a title than Arthur if he loses. But I'm not saying that means he should go and lose that. No.
But does he sell tickets, or is he just known? That's the question, right? Because like a lot of people know Yarde.
It's the first. He's known. I don't know about ticket, but he's known.
He is known.
Like he used to get like a ridiculous amount of free Shake Shack from my mate Georgie, who used to like be ops from them. Like he used to just turn up and do like 4,000 calories worth of burgers and just after training pre and post, no big deal. Gains.
Hook me up, mate.
She don't work there no more. She had some issues. Sorry, I'll try.
Of course, when I want to get some burgers.
Listen, you've played that trump card. I was going to try and get you some custom rivals, but you fucking done it.
You did? No, because you lot hooked it up. I got to big you lot up for that. You lot hooked it up, mate. You lot hooked it up.
Dens. Maybe it's time that ringside.
No, man, big up ringside, man. Don't get me in trouble like that.
Yeah, no, but they don't match your they don't match your shit that much.
Listen,
I need to offer some custom stuff out from them.
The rivals, they feel brilliant. They're
nice, isn't it?
Trust me.
Yeah, they're good gloves. They've done us some beautiful ones for the wall. I mean, not just these ones, the old Street Fighter one. We've got some other ones that are like the new purple stuff, Power.
Yeah.
They're good peeps.
Yeah, proper lovely people.
Would you think with Oh, there you are. There they are.
Oh yeah, sick. Yeah.
Would you think about the return of Mr. Bradley Skeet? Because I think that's a super dangerous fight.
2-1. Big up Ronaldo. Sorry about
man.
Bradley Skeet.
Soccer racing, boy.
That's how I feel. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, upset. Be upset. Put all them jabs. Listening.
Arsenal are annoying, man. Bloody hell.
And even that goal you lot scored was bogus anyway. But yeah, back to Skeet and Hamza, yeah. That's what, without trying to be disrespectful, that's why I feel like, that's how I feel. I feel the same about that fight as I do about Ben and Algieri.
Yep.
In the sense of the opponents are both quality fighters, but they've been at the ring for like 2-3 years, bro. Like how much left of what they were have they got?
Bradley was out in June, right? But he's been just living it up in Sheffield, which was the issue before, that he fell out of love with it. Like he's properly in, mate.
Yeah, he's in, but bro, like your body don't do the same things it does when you're active. Bro, he missed out on 3 years of development.
Yeah, but he was still training.
Yeah, I'm one of the I'm of the same thought. Like once you leave and you say, yeah, I'm coming back now, it's not the same thing, man.
It's not the same, man. Not the same, man. And you got it's not the same, man. And you got Algieri, who was who he was, but
and Skeet's not a puncher as well, so it's a good. It's good as in the name, but
100%, yeah.
Hamza, I don't think, and I think Hamza. I won't be surprised if Hamza stops him.
Really?
I rate Skeet, Don't get it twisted, but you know, times he's lost, been stopped both times. You know, he's been out the ring. And Hamza's just hungry. Even if Bradley Skeet is a better boxer, that hunger, see that determination is something else.
Yep, he's younger, he's hungrier, and he's.
Yeah, but you speak to Bradley, you can hear that from him as well. Like he's.
Yeah, but he's it's different though. Like he's just like, oh, you don't think I'm done? I'm coming back in it. But at the same time, you got nothing to prove that. Hamza is on a he's getting upwards. Like, he's been having these developments. He's been sparring all these guys. He sparred Jose Benavidez, all these guys out in America. He's thinking, bro, like in his mind, he's more confident than anybody. Whereas Skeet might not be confident, but he just wants to prove a point. Like, bro, I can still do this. But you ain't done this in 3 years. How do you know you can still? He don't know we can still do this. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
You're saying he had a little run out against someone that he was just meant to beat, but that's no different from having a spar. You might as well have a spar with a top opponent and just go win. That how was I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you think someone as like militant as Dom would be taking him and investing time and
yes.
You think he would do it? What, just for the cash?
No, it's not even that. It's for the cash.
Not so much for the cash, but I watched the interview just before I jumped on here, and Dominic didn't sound mad confident that Skeet definitely wins. He just said, yeah, man, he's still got a bit left in him. So we thought, he said that they got offered Cheeseman and turned it down because he weren't ready yet. So you're already telling me that, bro, he's not who he is. Right?
Yeah.
You turned down, you didn't say you turned down Cheeseman because you got this and it was better because you're on this side. You said you turned down Cheeseman because he weren't ready yet.
Yeah.
Like, that just means that you're just showing that he's not ready to mix it. But you don't think Hamza ain't as good as he thinks he is. That's why you're ready to take this fight. Nah, man, you're not 100% confident because at the end of the day, you could have just said, you shouldn't have said that. So that just made me believe that, he doesn't think Skeet's ready to mix it again. But Hamza's not as rugged or as strong or as tough as Ted. So let's just take it because he's a young kid. But Hamza's a good fighter, bro. Hamza's a good fighter. And he's technically sound. So
listen, we all just wish Ted his future success as a Hugo Boss model. I think that's what we do. And I think we take a moment and just say, look, he's got a bright future ahead of him. Ted haunts my dreams, to be honest. And he's only young as well. You look at him and you're just like, you're so young. Why? How?
He's like school age.
He's 17.
Ted's been fighting like that since bloody
school.
The amateurs, man.
3 weeks ago.
From the amateurs, like he's been like that because he was in the same amateur gym. He's always thought, oh, I'm gonna out strength you, whatever that. Yeah. I'm gonna be the bully. You feel me? So that's been his fighting stuff. But as an amateur, he could actually box, but he just chose to. I think like from like 16, he started doing like S&C. So he's thinking, well, I'm stronger than every other 16-year-old out here. So I'm just gonna bully you lot. I'm gonna walk you down.
Bad knockout as well. That was a proper bad stoppage.
Yeah,
like they need to give him some time off.
But he's been about for years. He's only 26. That's mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
How mental is it that we could within 6 months be looking at chat? It will never happen, but chat of Riakapor versus Canelo for Canelo's WBC cruiserweight belt, which is going to obviously just like as long as he turns up, he'll get it. Well, no, he's mandatory. He won the eliminator. No. Riakapor. Did I say something else?
Yeah, he's mandatory for the WBC. He is,
right? Yeah, and Canelo is fighting. Canelo is fighting Makabu, who Tony Bellew beat, I think, for the WBC cruiserweight belt. Yeah. So when Canelo, obviously, because Uncle Suleiman will sort that out lovely, right? Yeah. They'll do. I don't know what color belt this one will be. This because that black one was serious, weren't it?
But you said, he will just drop it.
Of course he will. But it's still mad.
What he done with that heavyweight belt. But one thing I would say is, I don't know if, pardon me, if Riakapor wants to go that route because I'm hearing stuff like the WBC have changed the weight limit for cruiserweight.
Cruiser's going to be 190 now, yeah.
Yeah, because of the new weight limit for Bridgerweight. So
yeah.
I don't think Riakpor's doing 190.
No.
That's a hell of a drop.
Still. What's 190? What, 8 in kilos? What's that?
86. I think I'm 86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you could do that.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, that's 86. Yeah. That's a brilliant weight category for me.
Yeah, 10
no,
pounds,
I didn't even know that.
That's
just a ball in my head. Okay.
Yeah, 86.3.
Trying to get
Shout
Canelo
out
back.
Dens with the quick maths. Come on.
Come on.
Just see. But no, that's sick. That's sick. That's sick.
So maybe the move is for you, just to go up there and try and claim that
I'm
shit.
saying, get Canelo. You like the same height anyway.
How rude.
Your waist, man.
How rude.
Do you know what I mean?
Why's it got to be like that, you know?
I still got shit to do at light heavy, man. But yeah, 86, it's more realistic anyway. Because that jump from 79 to 91, 90 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's mad.
It's ridiculous, man.
That's what, 11 kilos? That's mad.
Yeah, man.
It's a different 11 kilos as well, though, right? It's not.
Yeah, like it's a big 11 kilos. Big guys, like.
There should have always been
when you're moving up weight classes, like 2, 3, 4 kilos, 11. Jeez,
you should just get like COVID, like I did, and you end up fucking super heavy when you was walking around at about 154 for a bit, you know.
But some people just lose mad weight when they get COVID. I heard.
Yeah, I didn't have that. Yeah, I didn't have that. Like literally, every ounce that Streets lost came directly onto my darbs. It's very unfortunate, to be honest. Very, very unfortunate.
But then you lose your taste in that. What are you eating, bro? Like, if I was eating broccoli, you can't taste it anymore.
Right. To this day, it's been a year, right? Eggs taste like fire and dishwasher tablets. It's gross.
What?
Right?
Till now.
Still to this day, anything that's got garlic, carrots, or onion, which is fucking anything worth eating, tastes like soap. It's horrific.
That's crazy.
Yeah, COVID.
You know what I mean?
I feel sorry for you, man. Sorry,
It's all right. It's all right. I should be super skinny because everything tastes gross, but I'm still not yet. It's fine. Fine. Dan, who's your favorite of the champions? Like, who do you think is the number one in your division?
Beterbiev.
You think Beterbiev?
Yeah, definitely. Hits too hard. It's a good boxer, and strong. Him definitely. I think Bivol's good as well, but I don't know. I think I keep hearing in that he can make super middle, and I've stood beside him, and I'm not a big light heavy, and I'm bigger
He's
than him.
Bivol.
Yeah, I've stood to him,
but he's done that before though.
What done what?
I boxed at I think as an amateur, he boxed at 75 at some point.
Yeah, so he's not that big, but I think he's so skillful he can get away with it.
Yeah, he's just a classic like Soviet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
In and out, he's good with his feet. But yeah.
Would you think of Callum and Joe Smith then? Because that's like someone's going out, aren't they? Let's be real about that.
Yeah, that ain't going the full distance.
That's a banger, isn't it?
No, proper. It's a good fight. I would love for Callum Johnson to win that. Imagine we'll have a world champion in the UK. Do you know how sick that would be?
It'd be amazing. The thing is, it would just light up the division even more.
100%. And I know someone like me, they would look and think, yeah, Dan's like maybe an easy defense. So it'll open up the doors for a possible fight. Not saying that I'm ready for a world title now, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, like you said,
but if it was him, he'd be ready.
Say that again?
And you're not ready for now, but if it was him, he'd be ready.
No, yeah, look at this guy.
Come on, Dan.
Look at this. No, I'm just saying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I could see them, like, Dan, would you want a defense? Like, do you want to be a voluntary? Do you know what I mean? Like, so.
When are you going to be next out? Has old Ben said anything about it? Because you got to be trying to get on that Brooke Khan card.
Yeah, no, we're in discussions. So obviously got a few offers from other promoters as well. So we're just trying to iron that out. I'd love to be out as early as.
Are you not exclusive to Boxer then? Did they not offer you?
No, they just they just saw Hosea versus Azeez. That's a brilliant fight. We will buy it. We want it on us. So simple as that.
I think they've made a bit of a mistake there. They need to be opening up the magic coin purse, don't they?
Yeah, no, exactly. We're in talks, so we'll see what happens. So hopefully we can get something sorted. And yeah, man.
How did you find the experience with Boxer then? Because obviously it's like the whole new thing with Sky, and it's a big show with a small to medium promoter, isn't it?
Yeah, it was good, man. But I just thought our fight was probably the best fight of that night.
Not probably.
I'm so glad you're going to bring this up.
Of all of their cards so far.
That lineup was wild. By the way, with the angle that you're at, it looks like someone's shrunken your head, and I'm about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
good looking. Thank you. But,
it's all right. It was.
It was like, I just thought they should have promoted our fight a bit more. But I understand this business. We're not one of their fighters. We're not a boxer fighter. But I just thought they could have promoted it better. You know, it was a 12-rounder, British title. Sure. So, but
it was fight of the night in every capacity, and we were like, how is Dan on now?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out, is it like they think people are going to like, how have they done this lineup? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. So, well, Marcu's obviously the ticket seller, so they want to keep his fans in the stadium for as long as possible.
Fact.
Again, Richard is the star.
He's like the man of the show, yeah.
Yeah, so, but it worked out in our favor anyway, because everyone went from football and then straight into our fight. So we got a lot of views. I can't remember what the view figures were, but a lot of people watched that fight. So it worked out for the best anyway.
Because it was, that's it. That's calm.
Yeah.
So what was you the first headbangers on, yeah?
The second fight one.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. You're just like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's on that then. All right. Larry at that point is rubbing his fucking hands that he's having an early night, bless him.
Yeah. No, I was thinking as well, like when they told us that, I was like, what the second live fight? That's a bit weird, okay. But I didn't care. I just thought, all right, you go and get this job done, and then we can discuss afterwards. But yeah.
See what was odd? They said in the crowd that if you wanted to stay to watch the Crawford and Porter fight, you could watch it in the SSE with everyone there, and it was just like, did they really mean that?
Really?
Yeah,
they did say that, right? I wasn't just off my canister because I was.
There was so I have much. That is you saying it, so.
Okay, fine. Well, there may be a problem there. I may have made that up. There was in that crowd, Dan. There was some typewriter jaws going on. They were on the so hard, them boys. Them Albanians were hoovering up powder.
Really?
Mate, they were on the slopes. Everyone around us was just like, mate, sorry, you've got to get past again. They're coming back and they're just fucking starting businesses and drawing. Powerful.
Well, mate, that's boxing for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I went into the bathroom and there was one geezer just shouting in the middle, if you're not doing packet, it's not for you in here. And you're like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Kids, if you're watching, don't do drugs.
Yeah.
We surprisingly don't have a very, very big juvenile audience. We're all right.
Yeah,
it's all
kids,
right.
adults, whoever. Yeah, but
yeah. Right. So maybe we see you on the Carnbrook fight. Dens, when we're going to see you back again?
Hopefully early next year. I don't know. I ain't been told any dates yet, but hopefully Feb, March. But yeah, man. Just as like Dan said, like I as soon as possible. But I just rather get the date as soon as possible, so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So whenever it is, whenever I get the date, it's like cool. I know what I'm doing, and I'm locking in.
What you guys saying have next year? Ooh, yeah.
Pardon?
What are you guys saying for Carnbrook?
What's my prediction for Carnbrook?
Yeah,
it's Bants, isn't it? It's funny though.
I think. Yeah, they're mocking it, but I think it does 100,000 pay-per-view buys.
I said they're mocking it. No, that's a serious fight, man. Don't take them.
No, the only reason why it's good,
No, it's fight of the year 2014. You know what I mean?
I did love that. It's the biggest fight in British boxing right now. It's like, wow, that's
biggest fight in British boxing 2009.
They both have like 5 years when they were trying to fight each other.
Yeah.
Carnbrook Billy Dib actually on, like, I don't know how he got away with that, but
apparently he got like 12 million as well. He got millions for that.
Billy Dib fought Kevin Farmer at £130 at super featherweight.
Yeah. It's outrageous. But do you not remember Khan was doing that WBC crypto belt for a bit, weren't he? He was like, he's part of the WBC.
Was he Saudi?
Yeah,
so
he's out in Dubai.
Some money.
Yeah, they make it up as they go along.
Yeah, they do. But I think Khan wins. I think Khan's the only one that's still got a bit left in him. I think Brook is done. Like, I think Brook's
I think the weight will be like, because Brook's fucking hench. Have you seen the size of him now?
Yeah, he's heavy right now. But I think
Amir looks big as well, though, man. Amir looks big. When I see that,
there's no way Amir's bigger than Brook right now, bro.
No, it's a very different physiology. Like Amir's longer,
different big as well.
Like there's a picture on
I can
Fly.
guarantee you. What's that guy's name?
Who?
Brooke is probably 180 or more.
Yeah.
Really?
Right now, 100%.
Oh, mate, if you
There's some
if you,
mad rehydration clause on that, right?
Yeah, it can only be 163, and they've got to be 149 on the night.
Carl knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah.
He knows this guy.
And if you look on Fly Sports on their feed, there's a picture of Khan doing pads with Dom from like 2 days ago, and mate, he is fucking, he's jacked. Like,
yeah, that's the one I saw. That's what I was saying. He looks
fucking
like
jacked.
He don't look in shape, man.
He's not in shape.
But he's thick as fuck. I don't know how he's going to get down to that. He's going to have a shit Christmas.
Penalty, yes, thank you, Val. But yeah.
Who's even playing, by the way?
Arsenal. That's what I'm getting.
Oh,
I'm Man U, he's Arsenal.
How are you Man U? You from fucking South London?
Do you know what I mean?
I know,
guy,
but as a kid, I didn't know where Manchester was, bro. I just felt like
I still don't know where Manchester is.
In London.
In it.
We won tickets to the Boxer Liverpool show, the tournament one, right? And I messaged them and I'm like, first of all, who's Liverpool and where do I get my tickets from? And then when they said no, like it's a place, I'm like, I got no idea, right? And I'm like, obviously, can you just flip my tickets to the London show? They didn't even reply to me.
Yeah.
That was the same night I thought, innit?
When?
6th of November, wasn't it?
Nah.
Have you fought in Liverpool before?
No, that was the night. That was the night you fought. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was the night you fought. Because I've got Sky, but I haven't got BT Sports, so we were watching it in other ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, man.
Tell Uncle Frank.
That's why I want to be. That's why I want to be out early because I fought in November, man. Me, ideally, I wanted to fight on this card coming up on Saturday. That's when I wanted to fight, but the card was already done in it, and everyone was like, "Oh, listen, unless someone pulls out." But I can't keep staying at weight until someone pulls out. You know what I mean? So I just thought,
is that the last Queensbury show of the year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why.
What do you think happens with Tank
you guys
this weekend?
are always in shape because, like, fuck, there's your divisions are both so stacked. You know, there's opportunities.
Even the one in November, that I got like 2.5 weeks notice for that. Like, yo, Lennox Clark shopped out. You ready? I said, oh shit, all right, cool.
You just literally just started running. There it is.
So I fought his opponent, but obviously I'm already in the gym, innit? So I fought the guy that I meant to fight Lennox Clark.
Oh, yeah, whose numbers are getting more powerful though? Who's benching deads and squats? Come on, because you guys are like you're lifting together now, aren't you?
In a minute, we'll find out tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. I'll see him tomorrow. I'll see him tomorrow in the gym.
I'm
gonna send you some videos.
I'm obviously stronger than Denzel when it comes to lifting and stuff.
And I'm a beginner to this thing. I'm a beginner in this thing. Don't worry. Give me 5 years that he's got. And we'll see in it.
I ain't been doing it for 5 years, you mad man. I've been doing it for about 3 years. Strength and conditioning.
3, 4.
No. Look at this guy.
3 or 4. Mentioned 2, 3 years. Well, I've been doing it like 8 months.
I love you guys, but I hate you both for looking in the shape you do and only doing S&C for that long. Fucking hell.
Mate,
Streets, he's been doing 3 sessions a day because he's obviously super famous. He's the most famous one of all of us now.
Who's that, Dan?
No, Streets, unfortunately. I wish it was Dan.
Movie. That's the only reason I'm doing this shit.
He's on everything, bro.
Everything.
Raw. Hey, raw, that's Streets again.
You know what I mean?
Streets, listen. Streets, I heard you're the man.
I want to be like you when I'm older.
Streets, I heard you're the man here for acting, like positions in acting. I want to start doing acting.
Stunt legend.
Yeah, listen. Dan cannot act, bro. Don't let Dan act. You fuck up the whole behind the scenes. Don't let him do nothing. Hey, listen. All
right, so Dens, what you don't know is that Dan and I are going to workop this, right? So we're going to start out. We're going to start out with cameos. Exactly. We're going to start out with personal messages. Yeah. You know, listen, we're going to start low. We're going to do like £9.50 a cameo and just build up, right? Because we need to get the swing of things. Right?
Dan just wants to come there and start laughing that way.
If you're a true friend, you're going to buy a few of them, right? So we're going to really test this
100%,
out.
100%. But I ain't gonna lie though, secretly, if I'm being honest, I've been applying for a few acting roles myself, but no one ain't got back to me though.
Go on, boys. I fucking hate the acting bits. Like I like.
I know, but you can't try and get on Coronation Street, mate. You got to select the right ones.
That's too light for me. That's easy. I'm going for the big roles.
Oh, what, on like X video? What roles are you going on? What, Pornhub?
No.
Discuss.
That's funny still. No. I'm trying to do that. The fast furious stuff. I'm chatting. But
listen, I'm just need the, if anybody needs like a boxer or some sort of fighting scenes, that I'm going for the easy things that I know I can do.
Bro, forget that. If anyone needs any role, I'm diverse.
You are diverse. I've always said that about you.
If they're paying the right.
Dens, give me French. Give me French in London Lost. Hit it.
Nah, we can't put this like that. maybe when we do a face-to-face sit down, then I can get in my acting role. But holding my phone and acting, that's kind of mad.
This guy.
What about confused Dutch banker?
Dan Azeez.
No, how rude.
This is what I have to
get
do.
that.
You don't need that. Boys, I think I'm going to wrap that there because I've got to go to bed. Right? I'm old. And I don't look it. But I am. I'm up early. What do you want? Thank you so much. You absolutely crushed it.
Great to have you chaps on.
Congratulations again. Can't wait to see you both back out. And
yeah, congrats, Dan. I remember when I was there. At one point. It was nice.
See you later, guys. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks, lads.
That's all, guys. Take care, man.
No, appreciate it. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Cool.